Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quiver Podcast. For this episode, this is a YouTube exclusive kasi mahirap nga naman sundan yung place of the film room on Spotify. Mahirap siya sundan. We couldn't narrate it. It would take time. So it's a YouTube exclusive. So if you are watching this episode, thanks for your time, attention. I'm Brian, joined here by Vic, who will break down the plays that we are about to witness. The clips here come from DLSU's games against NU. As we all know, LaSalle will feature in the Final Four. No complications after going through that midweek win against Ateneo. Ang prize
Yep.
is playing NU on Wednesday, Smart Arianta Coliseum, 1:30 p.m. So, sa mga manonood, see you around. I'm not going, so enjoy the game. Ikaw, Vic, alam ko, you might watch. Are you watching?
I might. Ano na, Sure na manonood
Ayan.
tayo. We have to, ako personally, I need to be there kasi even if we have our faith on our team to win, only God knows what will happen. So, mas magandang, ako personally, I can try to support the team physically on that do or die game for us. So, 'di ba? Para kumbaga whatever happens, wala akong regrets. I've been like this naman ever since I started watching the Green Archers. So, yun. Yun siya.
Yan. Kaya hindi nag-leave si Vic nung Wednesday. Kasi sinespare niya
Yes.
talaga for Final
Oo.
Four. Kaya kawawa yung mga kagaya mo, Vic, ng mga atinista. Kasi yung mga tinipid na lang Final Four leaves mukhang next year or
Hindi na
some other
magagamit.
hindi na magagamit.
Hindi na
But kidding
magagamit.
aside, yeah, it's of course a great matchup to look forward to. So far, we are 0-2 in the series.
Yep.
Um, the rest of the guys, I think Vic can also join tomorrow when they release the main preview of the Final Four. So stay tuned for that coming up. Ang masasabi ko lang, kasi I don't think I'll make that episode. Masasabi ko lang is, don't let us win one. Hanggang dun lang. Kasi I think, if I will just put ourselves in NU shoes, it will be dangerous if you don't clinch the final spot in your first attempt. You're leaving a lot of things to chance. And alam mo yun, kahit naman tayo no may twice to beat advantage tayo, ayaw talaga naman natin ma-maximize it. Yeah, gusto mo lang yung privilege na win once and you're in. So that's what they are going to maximize, diba, Vic? Don't want any complications. Kagaya nung ginawa natin sa Ateneo. Kasi pag natalo ka, ibang ball game na ulit yan eh. I mean, it's not necessarily matatalo ka ulit, pero syempre, that's extra steps for you to take.
I think mas may pressure din, especially you beat that team twice sa elimination round. So there's this factor. I mean, medyo ako personally I'd say it's a big deal if you lose on your first kasi parang it will really put doubts on you. Especially yun nga, you beat this team twice sa elims eh. So kumbaga we have figured this team out sa elimination round. So there's no way that this team should beat us. Parang yun yung ano niyan eh. Yun yung ano pa to mentality on that. But we can always argue that nung second round game we were really incomplete, especially sa front end wherein we have Mike and Pabs really manning the front line with LeBron doing extended minutes, um, doing that role compared on Wednesday na medyo apat na sila. The gang is back, and so is our friend Chelo Santiago. So I think he'll be back as well from his deserve well deserved suspension. I'm not gonna take it back, especially after ko pinaulit-ulit yung uh, first round game. So I really felt there's malice on that, but it's my personal opinion. Yun, so exciting actually kasi first time kasi nung first round lang natin sila nakalaban ng kompleto, and I would say
Doon pa
we're
tayo
kind
natakan.
we're kind of we're kind of a different team from the
Oo.
kasi 'di ba yun nga we gathered clips for this film room session natin. Parang pinapanood ko nga 'di ba na banggit ko sa GC, parang ibang-iba yung itsura natin from second round, ay from the first round and second round, ibang-iba yung itsura natin. So ako personally, I am excited how we'll show up on Wednesday kasi complete, and at the same time, yun nga, it's it's not the same sets, not the same schemes as what we did no first round. So yun, that's something to look forward to on Wednesday. So yun, maganda. Exciting.
Yeah. So Vic, medyo sasabihin ko lang sa mga nanonood na film room to ng game ng basketball, hindi yung cheer dance. Pero NU din kasi yung nanalo dun eh. So, kung nag-aabang kayo ng review ng cheer dance, sorry to
Wala,
disappoint. But
hindi po
still,
kami expert sa stunt, sa mga
uh,
tumbling, yung mga ano, hindi
still,
po kami expert
still,
doon. So,
we'd like to tip our hats off to our DLSU
oo
Animals.
naman, oo
Yes,
naman, oo
seventh
naman. Yes.
place, but it's a close 7-6. Hindi tulad nung 8th place na parang may sarili silang mundo.
Oo, na medyo
Kaya
malayo.
yata sila
Medyo
talo.
malayo agwat doon, medyo malayo agwat eh. Yeah.
Ano sabi ng mga tao sa online, sabi nila parang yung champion daw sa NCAA, yun na lang daw yung papalit sa, sa team na yun.
Merong ano eh, no,
Ginawa
merong
nila.
ano, parang ano, paano promotion, tsaka ano, paano relegation, parang ganun eh.
Relegation. Sige,
Oo,
Vic,
parang
while you
ganun yung
load the
concept.
clip,
Yeah,
I'll just say a few remarks. Pwede ka rin mag-react while you're loading the clip. Pero let's
sige.
remember, first round, in that fourth quarter, of course, that's when we lost Mason Amos due to that Jello Santiago incident. And it took two other incidents for Jello Santiago to serve his suspension.
Oo,
So the
bago
funny
nila
thing
ano,
that
no,
there is
bago
that,
nila
alam mo yun, kahit NU
i-suspend.
disappointed. Kung kahit ako
Sakit sa
sa
bangs,
side ng
no?
NU, madidisappoint ako. Eh. Parang dapat sinuspend mo na siya nung kay Mason pa lang para hindi na rin nangyari yung dalawang incident. So parang, ewan ko, medyo na, ano na ito sila doon, na di nila pinansin hanggang ating style na tamaan. Parang hinintay pa nila si Waki kasi
Kaya
hindi
nga
na yamat
eh, no?
tamaan ni Jolo Santiago.
Tama.
So, that adds to that credibility doubts that some fans are having with the officiating. But of course,
Di ba?
di naman natin control yun. But it's just funny for us to remark that. So we lost Mason there. And then the second round, we also lost Boris in the first half because
Yeah,
of the
oo, due to
flop
ano.
situation. So we had these moments against NU na we couldn't finish the game completely how we
Actually, on
started.
both games, yeah.
So, oo nga, yun nga.
On
So,
both instances eh.
so, so what I'm hoping, at least on Wednesday, is that come what the result would be, we hope we start it the way we finish it. And I think kung ganon, I like our chances. Okay, anyway, we'll keep on digressing every time maglo-load si Vic ng video. So, yun muna for now. So, itong clip na to, if we're going to refresh everyone's minds, first round to, mid-October. I think October 12th.
12.
I remember.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, October 12th.
lahat ng clips natin for today's film room are all on the side of defense kasi personal ano ang personal philosophy ko still is defense wins championships, and if you put on your work defensively, chances mas mataas ang chance mo that you'll be able to win games if you really clamp down on defense rather than just focusing on putting the ball in the hoop. Syempre baka may sumagot sa atin, ang basketball, kung ano yung mas mataas na score, yun yung panalo. Pero syempre, hindi mo mapapababa, hindi ka mananalo kahit mataas yung score mo kung hindi mo napapababa yung score ng kalaban mo. So it's still important to put in the work defensively, and I felt like on both our elimination round games, I think it's on the defense where we fell short um, compared to our offense, wherein I pretty much thought na I think we scored yung points na na-score natin. I think should be enough for us to pull off a win if we clamp down on our opponent. So right now, first clip natin, Bry, third quarter to. Just to give a summary, ang ending nito is this is a good defense. As we all know, both games, NU loves to put the ball either, well, ang majority kay Palacielo, but there are times na si Padrones nakakakuha ng bola, but dun sa dalawa, Palacielo is still the better low post operator of the two. So it really, with Palacielo's skill set, height niya, yung bulk niya, he can shoot from mid range, he can good footwork on the low post, can score from the low block. Ang dami nangyayari for NU eh. Parang all actions really, the everything that NU does on defense really just depends on how the opposition's defense will react sa paano didepensahan sa low post si Palacielo. So, tong clip na to, this was a good defensive stop para sa atin, which resulted to JC Macalalag scoring 2 free throws kasi after this stop, na foul siya ni Palacielo naman sa kabilang dulo. So we'll try to break it down why this was a good defense kahit kailangan natin mag double team kay Palacielo from the low post. So let's start playing this one. So dito, nakaset na agad si Humamoy. As soon as the play starts, no, balik natin. Because actually, dyan pa lang pwede na natin, we can do something about it already para hindi na natin hayaan na makatanggap ng maayos si Palacielo dun sa kanyang comfort spots from the low post. So here's what will happen here. So may screen na dyan. And then Palacielo gets the ball. Ito actually medyo okay pa to eh kasi hindi siya sobrang lalim, medyo mataas pa siya. And Pubs, on this game, I felt Pubs did a good job kay Palacielo. Medyo hindi nakaka-score dito si Palacielo when ang bantay niya is Mike or si Daep. And for this case, si Pubs yung medyo maganda yung naging trabaho sa kanya on this game. So, next sequence here, Palacielo will, ang ano dito is that bago tayo dumobol team, hinayaan natin na mag-dribble si Palacielo as we'll see on the next sequence. There, 'di ba? Although dito, strong right to, I'm not sure if this is by design by the team na sige, okay lang mag strong side for as long as yung timing natin to help. For this case, it was Mason. Si Mason yung nag-help sa kanya. And then what will happen here is that since nag-dribble na, and because of the double team, Palacielo will pick the ball up. Ayan. Since ang ano rito, maganda rito is medyo malalim na yung payong ni Pubs and ni Mason kay Palacielo. So, ang pangit ng angle niya rito eh. So, this should be, sa akin personally, ang ano ko rito, dapat may turnover of sorts na on this sequence. Kasi ang pangit talaga ng angle niya, hindi siya makakapasa ng maayos dito. So, this will end up going to kay Jolo Manansala on the top of the key. Kasi parang from his vision, that's the only guy that he sees eh. So what happens here? Maibabato niya yung bola going to Manansala, but kudos to JC Macalalag for the recovery on the sequence. Yan. Actually, si Doy also did a good job preventing that extra pass sa wing. So, nag-end up na lang dito si Jolo Manansara na lang yung tumira with JC properly contesting this shot. Yan. So, nag-miss yan. And then, what happens next on the other side was that naka-attack si JC. and he was followed by Padrones. So yan yung sequence na yan.
Alam mo kung hindi pumasok yung ano, bakit hindi pumasok yung tira na yun ni Cholo Manansala? May nagvo-voodoo
Bakit?
yung
Bakit?
pugs minsan sa labas ng bahay niyo. So,
Oh, sorry
di na
medyo
naman
ano eh.
tatanggalin, naririnig na talaga. Pero okay lang, ano, part 10. Pero yun
Siya
yung
ang
humor touch
yeah,
that.
yung
Binubudo ng
aking
pusa.
alaga
So,
yung medyo dinig yung pusa eh. Siya yung
okay
nag-voodoo
lang
dito.
yan. Ano,
Siya
gusto
yung
niya
voodoo
mag-part ng
player.
podcast.
Oo.
Pero
Ano eh,
that's a good,
yung
that's
ano
a good,
alaga ko
ano.
rito wants to share something eh. So, yan yung ano niya.
Pero
So,
nakita ko yung video clip at least. Medyo hindi ko alam kung blessing in disguise or parang late lang nakita ni Palasielo. Lumapit yata was it Figueroa yung nag-offer ng ano, ng
I forgot
availability
who
niya?
but I think ano rin Bray, ang nung inuulit-ulit ko yung footage, medyo ang hirap din sa kanya to really
Drop
to
it
make
na nga
that
to
short
sa
pass
elbow.
kasi
Oo.
oo
Alanganin na siya, eh, no?
nakataas. Oo,
Naka,
alanganin yung short pass sa kanya to be honest. Based from that angle yung video angle that we have,
nakabuelo na siya na
ang
kick out.
parang I think kick out lang talaga yung option niya dun eh. Kasi
Oo.
parang ano siya eh, ang problem dun was kalaban niya yung out of bounds
Oo.
sa sa
Kabila.
sa baseline.
Oo.
Tapos andun si Pubs, andun din si Mike. Not unless si Aljon Mariano ka na pag na-double team sa ganun.
Pasa.
I mean, like, kasi
Short pass.
similar yun eh. I think almost similar situation yan kay Aljon Mariano eh. Parang
Oo.
na-trap naman siya ni Jeron and ni AVO, di ba? So yun yung
Oo.
naging yun yung context nun eh. So similar on that play kay Palasielo. So yun nga titignan ko kayo na sabi ko, ano kaya pasa yung I mean with this pagka-post ko kasi, parang sabi ko, ano yung pwede mo ipasa dyan? Parang sobrang hirap talaga. So that was good defense really both from Pubs and Mace, no? Ganda ng timing ng pag-double team nila which really made it tough for Palasielo to issue any kick out pass. So yung next na ilo-load natin, sorry, it's now loading. Wait lang.
Okay. Yeah, while it is.
Fourth quarter to.
Mhm.
Ito yung if you guys recall, meron dalawang tres dito si Humamoy na crucial. So yun yung next na sequences natin. We want to break it down why it happened na he was wide open and I think what hurt the most for us, Bri, I think we were talking about this din na bago niya na shoot tong
As it was
dalawang to, he
happening.
was 1 of 11 eh. Parang he was 1 of 11, 'di ba? Parang kaya medyo ang sakit, medyo masakit ito for us kasi parang
Yeah.
I mean parang yeah, I will at that point I will give RHJ na kanang we will give Reinhard those
Ron
shots
Jay.
pero 'di ba? 'Di ba bigla nakashoot siya. So here we go. Ito na yung ano niya. Again, makakatanggap ulit si Palasielo ng bola at the post. Mace is there trying naka ready to help just in case. So here's what happened. Yan. So I'm not sure if this is Figueroa passing the ball to Palasielo. And then medyo sort of alam na ni Pub ako on this moment feeling ko alam ni Pubs na may help kay Mason kaya yung angle ni Pubs was like that. Ang naging difference dito, if you notice from the first clip natin kanina, they allowed Palasielo to dribble. This time, nag-double na agad si Mace. No? So, Mace will come close. Yan. I think ang comment ko dito was, I think, I'm not sure if Pubs and Mace put enough pressure on Palasielo kasi hindi ko rin alam if you have two tall guys double teaming like this, hindi ko alam paano mo Uh, I'm sure since I think tingin naman natin it's proper to say na si NU iniensayo tong play na to, no? Pero I mean just short of saying alam ni Palacielo na may shooter siya on the weak side, which is si that's Humamoy already on this clip. Pero medyo grabe din yung pasa dito as we'll play it. Yan, no? Grabe. Kasi kung if we put enough pressure, dapat meron niya, at least we can get a deflection out of it since Pubs and Mace are tall guys. Hindi naman to, they're bigs. Hindi naman to guards and wings na even if they stretch their arms, I'm not sure if they will be able to get deflections of this movement. So ako yun lang yung ano ko dito, yun yung comment ko dito. First was it was an early double team. So si Palacielo probably might have time to think, no? Alam niya kung saan yung pasa since he has this thinking na yeah, I can still dribble. Unlike kanina na once you pick up the ball, hindi mo na pwede dribble yan. So talagang ano ka na dun medyo pressured ka na mag-isip. Unlike on this sequence na he was still able to issue that it's a tough pass, but I felt like we could have done better pressuring him in such a way na dapat ano tayo dyan, dapat hindi yan clean pass to Humamoy, which is what will happen here. That's it. Yun yung ano dyan. I felt like, yun nga, hindi siya dapat clean pass as what we've seen dun sa video. Yun yung ano natin dun.
Ang masasabi ko dun is parang hindi ko lang alam kung nakita niya yung periphery niya. Probably not. Umasa na lang siya na merong malilibre
Well,
dun
di
niya
ba,
sa
no? Parang, or yun nga,
kasi
ang
kung maganda yung periphery niya,
sige,
hindi
Brian.
niya siguro nakita na ano, na si Kian yung possible interceptor lang, which is kaya palobo yung pasa niya. And just hope na na maabot ni Humama yun and pinasa niya dun. Parang true ball yun eh. Kasi binato niya yung bola but Humama had to relocate himself. Hindi niya kinuha yung bola kung nasaan siya eh. Parang ginawa ni Humamoy dahil palobo yung pasa. He just read where the ball would be in that zone and received it and then dun siya tumira ng tres rather than yung static siya na pinasa sa kanya ni Palacielo kung saan siya nakatayo. Hindi, di ba? Parang umurong siya ng konti. Kasi
Yeah,
nga,
ano siya,
syempre,
hindi kasi nag-double na nga, hindi, Bri, I think he
uh,
didn't move yet kasi ano eh, naka, ano pa lang, kaka-catch pa lang niya and he needs to, in order for him to move, he should dribble eh. On that moment, hindi siya nag-dribble. So, pagkakuha niya talaga, I think that's for me personally, that's the concern when you double na hindi pa nakaka-dribble kasi mas nakakapag-isip siya eh, na it's okay for me to think pa at this moment kasi I can still dribble the ball eh. Unlike pag nag-dribble ka na tsaka dumating yung double team
sa kamay na nga.
and if and then pag nag-pick up ka ng dribble mo, you're dead kasi parang hindi ka na makaka-dribble ulit eh. Hindi ka na no practically no movement for you anymore, eh, 'di ba? So mas mahirap siya. So yung third clip natin was yung third clip natin is this is Humamoy's second three of the game. Again, coming off an assist sa low post kay Palacielo. Dito naman, uh, I think we did a good job defensively kay Palacielo. I think ang problem naman natin dito was the coverage. I think we can put our 2 cents on this on how we could have done better on this sequence. So again, tanggap ulit yung bola ni Palacielo from the low block. And medyo okay ako dito. Hindi siya malapit na malapit. Si Bright, yung task to help on this scenario. I think sino tong natatakpan ni Omar dyan? Ayun, it's Jacob pala.
Jacob.
So si Jacob is on Omar dyan, Earl on Jake, and then practically Kian Kian is covering Pumamoy, and
Humabot.
I think si Bright should be the one watching. Dapat siya yung nakakakita dito kay Jolo Manansala on this sequence, pero nakatalikod siya basically. So what happens here is hindi kagad nag double team, nag-flash. Nag-flash dito si Manansala, that's why Kian went closer to him, pero
Oo.
actually medyo ano pa rin to na dapat si Kian nasa harap dito, hindi siya dapat nasa ganyan kasi um, if ever there's a shot, there's a higher chance that Cholo Manansala already gets the ball on this sequence. But anyhow, ang nangyari dito, yan, they waited for Palacielo to dribble. Andiyan na si Omar John. At mukhang, mukhang emergency pass. Sa itsura na to, mukha siyang emergency pass. So, let's roll it again. But then, ang ano niya rito, ang role pala niya is a screener, pero just in case din, exit pass. So, may dalawang definitely si Palacielo hindi na niya nakikita dito si Manansala on this set. Ang vision na lang niya, nakikita niya dito si Jake and si RHG. So, mangyayari, yan. So, actually, medyo maganda yung timing dito eh. Kasi si Bright is mahaba. So, sabi ko dito, definitely hindi. The only way for Palacielo to finish is a pass or a turnover. So, yun yung ano dito eh. So, what happened here was, yan, muntik mag-travel. But then, yun, open si Kumamoy again for a 3, which yan. So, if we will go back, ang ano dito is that I think ang pwedeng for ano dito discussion was while it's moving, yan, on this sequence, parang should Earl just went, ako nung tinitignan ko to, Bry, Earl, Earl pwedeng hindi siya nag-over kay Omar dyan, nag-under na lang siya since Figueroa is yet to make a basket sa point na to ng game, hindi rin siya, I think, yung puntos dito ni Figueroa, parang ano lang din siya eh. I think he still scored good in this game, pero it's all sa loob din ng paint. Hindi naman layups, but those mid-range within the edge ng paint, yung early, yung outer areas ng painted area siya nakaka-score in this game, yung kanya mga patented push shots and all. So, but then, kung hindi pa ano dito, kasi kung ang threat naman dito ni Figueroa is pa-dive siya, so I think if Earl went under, sa kanya pa rin tong si Jake, para si Jacob, hindi na kasi dito parang si Jacob nag-alangan din siguro kasi nga nakita niya papadive si Jacob nag-alangan kasi papadive nga si Jake. So kasi kung tutusin, pwede rin to ipasa kay Jake dito for the short pass eh. And if Earl was able to block itong role ni Jake early, feeling ko si Jacob hindi niya to lulubayan eh. So there's walang open. So ang short dito, nung tinitignan ko to, ang probably ang pwedeng ending nito dapat si Omar Jan lang yung libre. Kumbaga siya lang yung makikitang open dapat ni Palacielo if we did this sequence right, itong yung pag-dive ni yan no, yung diving action ni Figueroa, if we were able to pick this one up, kung naharangan na natin yan, I don't think Humamoy will be able to have a clean look on this one.
Yeah. Kaya rin pumasok yun kasi di na natin naririnig yung pusa. So, hindi na
Oo, walang
Kasi
voodoo.
yung kay Jolo Manansala, di pumasok. Di, joke lang. That happened more ago.
Walang help ng voodoo cat.
Kaso, ang masasabi ko lang din, yun nga, parang in the grand scheme of things, that's also a credit to NU that Humamoy converted that. Of course, hindi lang natin nagustuhan na clean looks pareho. Yun yung pwede natin
Yes. Oh,
balikan
yun lang
sa,
naman. Yeah,
sa
correct.
team eh.
Yeah, I
Kasi
think yung
similar to dun
sige
sa
sige.
Francis Lopez moment nung Game 3 eh. Na parang in the end, we still would have preferred to have conceded that shot. Eh, nagkataon, pumasok yung tres ni Lopez where most of us would have felt confident kung nag-miss siya and we could have made the next play, diba? Who knows how that ended up. Pero parang
Yep.
may mga ano yan eh, parang sa volleyball term, diba? Yung portion nito. Parang in a defensive sense, parang you want to give it to the guy na least likely to harm you in that manner. Pero when they do, it pays off for them. Parang ganun. Kasi nga Humame was shooting poorly prior to those moments. And not in the game, in the season. So sa
Yep,
scouting
yep.
reports ng mga teams, lalabas na parang,
Hindi
oh, you would
hindi siya
rather have,
talagang ano eh.
at that time, diba, syempre. But
Correct,
yun nga,
correct, correct, correct.
ang pangit lang is, nagmukhang, na-expose kasi nga, clean looks siya. Syempre, pag clean looks, malabo namang 1 out of 12 ba yun? 1 out of,
Yeah.
uh, yung line niya. So, this is second round na.
Yan, second
It's
round,
their
third
viewers
quarter,
and
again, ano ulit to, aabot ulit yung bola kay Palacielo rito. Yan. Palagi nilang ginagawa yan eh. As you can, I think, yung, a few clips ago, yan din yung nangyari para makakuha ng bola. I think that's the first video that we saw yung third quarter no yung magandang double team kay Palacielo yun same action din sa video na to and then mag-end up dito kay Palacielo yung bola yan so when he gets this one sige game actually ano pala to this was good defense pala to and this will end up with ang ending nito Pabs will have a layup on the other end why we're showing this is that ito yung personally hindi lang yung defense yung nagustuhan ko dito kasi with a team like NU if we can score transition baskets the better if we can get clean looks on the transition plays that we have kasi if we get the rebound push the ball off a defensive stop against this NU team, napakalaking bagay. So, here's what happened on this sequence. Ayan, again, nag-dribble ulit. Dribble. Okay. Pagka-dribble ni Palacielo, there comes si Doy yung nag-double team sa case na to. Then, and then yun nga, since aggressive din yung double team and si Palacielo nag-dribble na, yan yung effect niyan eh pag ano na siya, hindi niya pwede pick upin yan at magtagal yung bola sa kanya because Mike and Doy will just hound him more. So, ang effect na nito is si Tebol yata tong pinasahan dito ni Palacielo. Yeah, it's Tebol. And then this one, pag kicked out kay Tebol, scouting report naman kay Tebol really is he will ang first move niya is to really attack the basket. Yeah, hindi yan siya titira ng spot up shots but also I think Tebol decided to drive kasi may screen na rin from Padrones but good job here kay JC good job kay JC and kay Pabs to put up a wall on this one and then yan that's good D Pabs and JC nandiyan na ready para humarang so the only option dito ni Tebol is to really pass the ball pero ang pinaka clincher sa akin dito was si Earl. Earl was initially covering si Jolo Manansala no. But then ito yung natin for those playing basketball also no. Ball in flight pag nakita mo na yung pasa, pag ball in flight dapat you're supposed to move para pag lapag ng bola dun sa taong pinasahan, andun ka na nakatapat sa kanya. And here's what happened on this instance. Kaya andun na rin agad si Earl. Kasi ball in flight from pasa ni Tebol to Figueroa. Si Earl was there. So ang naging option na lang dito ni Figueroa is to attack, JC knew it as well kasi naka close na talaga si Earl. So ang ano lang dito is drive or pull up from the mid range, and then ang naging ano dito is JC was able to challenge this. Yan. Jake misses and Earl gets the rebound, and we push the basketball for Luis to score for with an easy layup. Yan yung hinahanap. Ako personally, this is what I want with our team when we face these tough teams, no? Kasi ang laking bagay if we can put a stop and then score easy baskets on the other end. So yan yung ano naman natin, yan yung sequence na it's a from a good from kasi nakakahinayang if you put in the hard work on stopping 8 possession and then pagdating mo sa kabilang dulo hindi ka nakascore. Ako personally medyo nangihinayang ako dun. Kaya ang talagang ano ko preference ko from that is that if you get a stop, try mo takbuhin. If you don't have the numbers, then you set. Pero kung may numbers ka, naka-atake ka, try to score as much as possible. Kasi yun na yung I think yun na yung pinakalibreng tira that's the easiest libreng tira that you can get when you play these games. Parang naka-stop ka, nakakuha ka ng defensive rebound, makakatakbo ka on your own side, and then you score an easy basket. So yun yung ano natin doon. Yun yung gist nung clip natin na yan. So for the next 4 clips, ito yung mga crucial plays ni NU kasi we were playing catch up So we will try to break it down and paano to discuss itong last 4 plays. Ito na yung mga medyo aray ko pong mga moments natin in this game. So we'll start with ito yung 4-point play ni Francisco nung fourth quarter.
Alam mo, hindi mo palang piniplay yung clip, naalala ko na siya how it happened kasi kung napanood ko live,
Diba,
sabi ko,
Bray? Oo. Makikita. Diba?
pero bago mo i-load yun, habang yung previous clip, naalala ko mo, Arena, Earl Abadam, Luis Pablo. Sayang, sana nagpalit pala sila nung Adamson. Sana si Earl na lang yung nagpasa kay Pabs. Baka nakalayup pa si Pabs nung Adamson. But this is Earl.
Oo.
Talaga yung nangyari.
Oo nga. Hindi ko naisip yun, ha? Hindi ko
Or
naisip
ginaya
yun,
na
ha?
lang ni Earl. Or ginaya na lang ni Earl si Pabs. Pero syempre, na-breakdown na din natin yun sa film room nung nag-debut yun sa
Kaya nga,
Adamson.
oo nga, no?
Medyo na-explain naman natin kung paano, bakit hindi ganun.
Tama.
Pero parang sayang, sana kung matatalo din tayo sa NU. Sige, wag din natin ito mangyari yun. Doon na lang, sige. Parang ganun talaga eh.
Diba?
Pero itong
So,
consistency na ilo-load mo, ano talaga, yun pa rin isa sa mga naalala ko kasi mas crucial tong 3 na to for me than yung Steve Nash one. Kasi, syempre, di
yeah.
rin mangyayari yung Steve Nash play kung wala tong play na to. Kasi
Yes,
nauna
ito
to
yung ano
yeah.
kaya I picked this one. Wait lang.
Grabe talaga. Tapos ang pinakamasakit dyan, sumabit pa yung habol ni Mike. I think yun.
Yun
Medyo
yung ano
isa-spoil
dito.
ko ng
That's
konti dun sa mga hindi nakaalala. Pero nangyari naman siya so hindi naman siya game changer. Be-breakdown din natin yun. Masama dun, sumabit talaga. Pumita yung ref, sabi ko, tama lang yun. Kasi kung hindi siya pumita, sasabihin ko, swerte tayo dun. No? So
Kasi
ito na yun.
I think it came from a miss. That's why
Ah,
ang concern natin dito is that the players are not on their original assigned personnel. So kung dito pa lang sa start na to, makita nyo pa lang si Mike, ang tao niya si Francisco. Si Earl is the one na nakaipadrones, dapat palit yan. On that
nga.
moment, it came from a transition. So mangyayari diyan, kunin mo muna kung sino yung tao na nasa iyo. So yun yung ano diyan. That's the I think yun yung unang talking point dito. That's why may mali na agad sa assignments antimano no from the start. So Pabs is on Omer John and JC is with si ano naman talaga pangato JC naman talaga yung naka-assign dito kay Jake. So what will happen here was Nag-ball screen, um, JC will go over on this one. Ay hindi ko alam ang rule nila dito kung hard show, no, but if that was the rule dito, parang yun nga, I think Pubs made an error na dito kasi dapat hindi makaka-turn if you're blitzing or if you're doing a hard show, dapat hindi I think ang basic rule diyan is hindi dapat makaka-turn the corner yung offensive player, and for this case dito pa lang actually this was the start of the disaster sa para defensive play na to, kasi mangyayari dito magkakaroon na ng imbalance talaga dito kasi um, Jake will have that lane to him. Odd man out na talaga si Francisco kasi si Mike nakatingin na siya kay Jan kasi walang kumuha kay Omer Jan and then earliest looking kay Padrones kasi may play dito. I think may ano pa pala dito yun. I think yun yung next play natin dito. Similar din sa ganito yung nangyari, but ang nangyari naman doon si Padrones yung nakashoot. But here muna tayo on this sequence. Parang nagkaroon na agad ng imbalance kasi parang um, hindi dito parang hindi na if Jacob will help, may iwan mo naman si Steve Nash dito on the corner that's wide open. Bale, Mike had to get the roller. No, ang ano ko dito, if si Mike ang kukuha ng roller, I think si Pubs dapat yung nearest person to recover kay Francisco kasi I do believe on this sequence kahit i-rewind natin siya, paglabas, I think naman siya kaya hindi naman kaya, I think maaabutan siya dito ni JC kaya Jake had to do kailangan niyang kailangan niyang dumiskarte to get a shot or get a play with the ball, whether a pass or a shot, no. Ang problem dito yun nga talaga, parang Francisco was really wide open. And si Mike pa yung humabol. Yun yung dito. That was the...
And foul naman talaga yun.
Yes, it's a foul naman talaga. Walang doon. I think ang problem doon was ang layo ni Mike para humabol.
Kaya kahit hindi pumasok yung threat, yun yung nakaka-frustrate kasi 3 free throws, nung pumasok pa, sabi ko, that's
diba? I think ang dito, ang best na nangyari dito was I think yung ball screen defense. I think we could have done better with the ball screen defense. Considering hindi maganda yung laro dito ni Figueroa, pwedeng nag-open up na lang si Pubs para si Panto JC will just go under the screen para nakatapat pa rin si JC kay Figueroa, and Pubs is still with Omar Jan, and Mike probably will still stay with Francisco, and walang breakdown na nangyari. So yun yung dito parang it was not about the atake kasi if we will play this, yan, people will only look at kasi si Jake naka-atake kaya open si Francisco but ang dito ang dun pa lang sa ball screen defense nagkaroon na tayo ng problema dito, kaya nagkaroon ng imbalance of sorts kasi Mike already tagged the roller. Mike tagged the roller, or pwede pa rin naman na ganito yung naging itsura nila, but since Mike tagged the roller already, which was si Omar Jan, dapat si Pubs na yung kumuha dapat kay Francisco para wala siyang para wala siyang clean look on this one. Kasi layo talaga eh. Yan, so that's the, yan yung, yan yung breakdown ng play natin na yan. So yun yung ano, yun yung what we could have done better on that sequence. So next naman, still on this wait lang. Yeah. Fourth quarter pa din.
Yeah.
Urong lang tayo ng konti. Same din 'yan. Same din ng sequence na 'yan, but ang ending naman si Padrones yung makaka-score sa ilalim. Oops, sobra. Ayan. Teka.
Ano, ang interesting sa akin
Yan,
is
yan.
how
Tanong.
will that defensive setup look when it's Boris or EJ or Mason in there kasi
Correct.
kompleto.
Yan yung
So
magandang
marami ng pwedeng options on defense. When we think about players who are missing, we just think, I mean, ang instinct talaga is to think on offense. Eh. But maganda tong mga breakdowns kasi the defensive patterns will also change because of
change.
personnel
The
becoming
personnel.
available.
Ano yan kasi, ano naman Bride, diba? I mean, iba-ibang tendencies kasi din talaga eh. I mean, iba-ibang ano din ng tao. So, it really depends on the person eh. Dun sa ano bang ano niya, paano defensive awareness niya, ano bang, I mean, ano yan eh. Iba-iba ang level niyan kada player. So, here, same situation kanina, ball screen ulit si Figueroa kay Omer Jan. I think itong mga clips na to really shows na kasi kanina puro tayo low post kay Palacielo eh. This time, ito yung isa pang point of attack din ni NU kay arguably their best player this season, si Jake Figueroa. They can also hurt you with this setup as well. So, similar kanina, but this time, si Mike yung nakakuha kay Omer Jan sa ball screen. Pabs is with Padrones, Earl is with Francisco, and then Jacob is with Steve na. So, ito yung mangyayari dyan. Again, pinick up ni Mike si Jake. But, I think, ano to eh, ako personally, similar lang din to kanina kay Pabs, no? Yung I'm not too sure with the rules nila Coach Topex on this one sa on how they will defend ball screen defenses kay Jake, no, but it's like something similar na may nag-show din, but this time yung kay Pubs kanina bigla talaga eh. Ito naman nag-under si Mike and then naka-position na siya agad sa harap ni Jake, but the problem was Jake was still able to turn the corner again, and Omer Jan free lane na naman siya dito. Basically, similarly kanina. Ang problem dito, unlike kanina, Mike picked up the roller. Ito si Jacob hindi na siya pinick up. Ang nangyari dito ngayon, Pubs is in an island. Kasi sino ba Pubs is guarding two bigs right now. Si Omer Jan na nagro-roll tsaka si Padrones na nandito. So medyo mahirap to kasi if this is the alignment already, chances are dapat kung ako si NU dapat makaka-shoot na ako dito. I mean it's unfortunate kung di ako makaka-score, but definitely on this alignment dapat makaka-score na ako dito. Yan. What happened naman on this case, Figueroa made the wise decision to give it up to Padrones, and Padrones will kasi medyo malalim na yan eh. So he will just score an easy basket on this one. Good move. Yan. But then, kung papansin niyo, similar sa nangyari kanina, breakdown sa ball screen defense. Doon pa lang, it's not about whatever movement. Doon pa lang sa start, up top, nagkamali na tayo. That's why there's some sort of imbalance already sa other sides. Kasi yung it's ano yan eh, if the players will blitz or if the players will show dun sa ball screen na defense, medyo lugi ka na agad dun eh. So I think ang ano dun dapat mabilis ka makarecover, mabilis yung assignments to actually yung kaina tama ang ano lang doon ang nangyayari was who gets to pick up who, sino yung magro-rotate, sino yung ano kukunin ko. I think yun yung things na we can improve dun sa last two sequences na to na pinakita natin na yun yung kailangan nating tignan, no? But then tama ka, Bry, as what we've been saying, depende naman sa maging ano. I think we have a different personnel come Wednesday, so it's also interesting to see how we'll handle these kinds of um, situations pagdating sa game natin on Wednesday. So next, ano naman natin, next na clip naman natin, ito low post, I think ito na yung tres ni Steve Nash na medyo ano rin to, medyo
Grabe to.
masakit din.
No, ito yung pangalawa talaga na nag-stick sa akin eh. Kasi I think, yes, the Padrones play may help pa eh, kahit pa paano. But of course, Padrones, you would trust him to at least get a good look inside. Medyo yun yung frustrating doon. But these plays, ito kay Francisco at saka kay Enriquez, to me, it was happening live parang.
Sa akin din eh. Ito yung
I knew our
ito
defense could have
yung
done way better.
ito yung talagang nakaano sa akin. That's why I had to really show it kasi medyo ito yung nakaano sa akin. It really hurts. Sabi nga nila ito yung
Uh-uh.
masakit sa akin in this game. So ito na. Teka, I will share this first. We're down to our last two clips.
Ang what if talaga natin dyan yung kay Vores eh.
Oo
I think
naman.
Vores would have helped defensively in that game. Pero syempre, whatever happened. And ito na yung consequences nun. And I think Vores came out naman with maturity
Oo,
after
nakano naman
the
siya.
game.
Sobrang bawing-bawi
Nakabawi
naman.
na.
And
Ah.
we hope to continue the bawi. Yan.
Uy,
Yun
gusto
lang.
ni Willie
We're
Tau score
praying.
na to. Gusto ni Willie Tau score na to.
Yan. So we will play this
Nice.
clip already. Yan. So, ang mangyayari dito, ayan. So, we have si Park, si Figueroa, si Palacielo, and si Omer Johns. Again, Palacielo will get the ball here. Tama naman to. Ngayon, walang early double. Yun. I think dito, ang question ko sa sarili ko dito, dapat ba nag-double na ba si Mike on this instance? Or isa pang dribble para at least wala nang ganong space na kasi dito parang ang luwag pa ng space eh. Ayan no. Ang laki ng space eh on this instance. So dapat ba isa pang bangga? Dapat ba nag-allow pa ng
Nag-gamble
isang
din si Mike sa
bangga?
steal eh. Nag-gamble din si Mike sa steal. Kung
Yun. So
angat braso lang siya, that could have been a more complicated pass siguro. Kasi syempre,
pwede nga. Kung ano no,
nag-ano siya, no?
kung ano lang siya no, kung nakataas kamay siguro siya, Brian, no.
Oo.
Instead of gambling for a steal,
Mhm.
kung nakataas yung kamay niya, I don't think may clean look, no? Yang type of pass na yan ni Palacielo, I think hindi niya magagawa yan if Mike didn't gamble for the steal. No? Tingin mo.
Yeah, but Jacobs in an Jacobs in an unenviable position kasi 2-on-1
Wala na.
Ano
Kasi
pa?
wala ano na to eh. Wala eh. Ang ano nito,
Alam mo,
sobrang
napasok
kaya
mo kay Omar John.
Yes.
Alam ko
yan
na
o.
mangyayari nung napasok kay Omar John.
Diba?
It's
Yun
too
yung ano
easy.
dito eh. So I
Ako
think
si Jacob doon.
hindi pati panto wala nang magagawa din si Jacob on that instance. So ang ano ko dito binabalikan ko na lang dito was yun nga two things. Dapat nag-antay pa si Mike ng isa pang galaw bago siya dumobol para masikip na yung pasa. Or tama ka, pwedeng hindi siya nag-gamble sa steal nung nag-double siya, aggressive pero nakataas yung dalawang kamay para hindi nangyari tong para hindi nangyari tong pasa na to. Yan, para hindi nangyari yung pasa na yan, no? Ah, kasi ano kasi baka may magsabi, no? Dapat na huli ni Jacob yan. But I think it's easier said than done na mahuhuli niya. Actually,
Yeah,
gamble
I'm not
din yun.
having that.
Pwede niya
I am not
mahuli,
having
pwedeng
that.
hindi. But he can gamble, pero I think babalik pa rin tayo dito na hindi dun sa hindi kinailangan ni Jacob mag-gamble. Kasi ano na to he's guarding Parks and Omer Jan on this sequence So pwedeng kasi mangyari dito na it's kung late nag-double si Mike, kung for example isa pang bangga tsaka siya nag-double, it will be difficult for Palacielo to have a clean pass kasi baka malamang yung baseline kalaban na naman niya ulit yan. At least may time si JC na makarecover. Probably si JC mag-pick up kay Omer Jan and then si Jacob will stay with Parks, who knows. So yun yung mga ano lang dito, yung mga
I was
scenarios
just
that
thinking,
could have played out. Sige, Bray.
ang palaisipan ko na lang sa situation na to is, kung hindi rin naman naagaw, sana nag-try na lang sila mag-give ng foul. Medyo bad yun kasi tataas ulit yung shot clock, pero you'd rather reset your defense than
Pwede din,
uh,
yeah, pwede din. Kasi ano, I
kaso
think
ang
on
tingin ko
this,
nangyari doon is hindi
hindi
sila
pa yata tayo
hindi
penalty
sila
dito, Bray, no?
aware na.
Tama ba?
Oh,
Parang,
exactly. Hindi ba? One foul pa
hindi
lang
pa tayo
tayo
penalty
according sa
dito
mga
Oo
graphic.
hindi pa tayo
One foul
penalty
pa lang.
dito
So,
Oo
yun
nga,
nga,
tama ka,
awareness
pwede rin.
ko. Parang kung hindi mo na din maaagaw, try mo na lang pag ginawa yung pass, siguro kung ako si Earl or ako si Mike, kung sino man sa kanila, just make that excessive, hindi man excessive kasi baka unsportsmanlike. Just make that, wait for the ball motion, pero siguraduhin mo din na parang tatama, tapos makikita ng ref. Tapos sabihin mo, honest to goodness lang na going for the ball, pero
Mm.
na-late.
Yeah,
Kesa
diba?
nagkami ng
Yun.
libreng pasa. Kasi I think, aside from me thinking that right now na we could have done that, I think sometimes that's what teams do to us. Kasi marami tayong mga foul tayo sa ganitong, marami tayong foul
Parang yung
na
mga
ganitong
ano,
situation.
Bray,
Tapos may drop
parang
off
yung mga
tapos
FIBA
hindi
foul,
counted.
yung
Oo,
mga FIBA na mga to duty fouls.
oo. Pero hindi na siya nagmumukha duty foul kasi parang sasabihin, parang ano yun, kunwari, hindi ko matrace ngayon. Pero for sure nangyayari siya yung Mike Phillips, papasa niya bigla kay JC or kay Earl na biglang may layup or kay Pubs. Pero syempre, hindi na counted yun kasi nagkaroon na nga, tinawagan na ng foul si Mike nung kalaban. Tapos sasabihin pa ng mga fans online na parang niluluto tayo. Pero minsan may intention to deliberately, I mean, use your fouls wisely. Penalty
Yep, yep,
man
yep.
or otherwise. So tingin ko, in that instance, we could have. Kaso, syempre, 50 seconds. Medyo, sabi ko, baka that's too harsh to expect all the time. But I guess, smarter players or more aware players, pagka ganyan. I'm not saying our players aren't, pero syempre, pag naalala nila, ay, one foul pa lang kami. Syempre, pag naglalaro tayo ng basketball, those things are usually fed to us by people who are not playing. Pag nasa court ka talaga,
Medyo ano naman siya. Yes, yes,
we
yes.
sometimes emphasize in-game awareness, pero syempre myopic liliit talaga, magnanarrow talaga yung vision mo, magiging nearsighted ka. Hindi mo makikita lahat. Hindi mo alam lahat. Pero sabi ko parang kung na-review nila, siguro what they can do is just familiarize. Parang ako rin parang kung ako kunwari, kung ako doon si Mike o ako si Earl, parang sipin ko sana nag-foul na lang kami para yes, we stop the clock. Oo, tataas yung shot clock, pero that at least hindi nalagay sa disadvantageous position yung defense na at that point, you'd rather concede an inbound than 2 points na tataas pa yung lamang ng kalaban. Nung time na yun, medyo kalaban na rin natin oras. So, yun lang din yung naisip ko. So, actually, ngayon ko lang din siya naisip kasi nung nangyayari siya live, parang sabi ko, it was too quick. Kaya yan, yun din sinasabi ko, hindsight is 2020 for us. And yeah, I'm interested to see how we will cope with Kasi ngayon, sasabihin ko na lang from a viewer perspective, siguro sasabihin na ng mga tao sa venue on Wednesday kung minanood mo sila ng podcast tapos may patron seat sila. Uy, si Palasielo nasa gilid. Huwag niyo na papasahin. Yung mga ganun. Eh, baka mamaya, syempre, di ba? Makita na nila.
Ayun, so yun nga, parang those are the things na we can take a look at, and I'm sure NU will, ako personally, Bri, I don't think NU will deviate what's working for them. And I feel like yung post-ups ni Palacielo are really working for them so far in 2 games. Doon tayo, ako personally, doon tayo nahihirapan. So, it's interesting for us to see anong gagawin natin on Wednesday on that, kasi it's like in local parlance, ginagatasan tayo ni NU dyan sa low post game ni Palacielo to a point na I think I mentioned this already on one of our episodes na kung di mo siguro probably pwede pressure passer is another one. We can put pressure sa passers ni NU para walang clean look yung pasa going kay Palacielo in the low post. Pwedeng ganun, or pwedeng you can push him as far as you can. And then just to minimize his impact. So kasi siya talaga yung ano natin. Siya yung nagpapahirap in both of our games. Siya yung it's not actually Jake Figueroa for me. It has been Palacielo. So let's see. Sana we have an antidote for him. Um, and for the others also. Kasi I felt like the others are getting their share since we react to how we defend PJ sa poste. And then that's where the others hurt us. Si Humamoy, si Francisco, Steve Nash, di ba? So they hurt us because they have that one main option. So let's see. Sana ma-contain natin lahat and have a very very good result so that we'll have another game on Saturday.
Yeah, on that note, it's time for today's film room. Of course, I figured that out because of Ibarra watches. Elegant looking
Yep.
timepieces. Of course, every purchase you make, part of those proceeds will go to the DLSA Athletic Scholarship Fund para mas marami tayong maperata. De, joke lang. Hindi talaga yun yung objective. Para ma-support natin yung athletes, lalo na yung mga
Yan.
select teams. Yun. Medyo nasa lower end of the budgeting pool, so to speak. We
Yep.
trust our friends from
Yep.
iba. They know where the money goes there. So, ayan, maganda na yung watch mo. You actively support LaSalle Sports. So,
Nakatulong ka pa.
check their inventory out sa DLSA office sa Brother Andrew sa lobby. Ako nga, kailangan ko na bumalik doon. Kailangan ko na i-renew yung alumni card ko. Uh,
Yun.
anyway,
Pa-lifetime ka na kasi.
also,
Pa-lifetime ka na.
oo nga eh. Inisip ko kasi 5 years lang in-avail ko eh, nung fresh pa ako nun. Ay, nung pagka-graduate ko lang nun, nung 2019 pa nag-expire yung card ko eh. Pero, ayos lang. Ano to? That's part one, this episode of our preview. Effectively, a part one. Because part two, the guys will talk about the other factors. I mean, we've discussed a lot of the X's and O's, but also a lot more in-depth. Kasi pagka pinagsama namin tong film group at saka yung the main preview, baka para ka nang nanood ng Lord of
2 hours
the Rings
kayo
or
manonood,
whatnot.
baka antokin kayo.
Or Harry Potter. I don't know, maybe
Para kayo
some
nanood
people
ng
like it
game.
like that.
Para
Pero
kayo
isa lang,
nanood ng game.
oo. Maraming review. Challenge dun sa film room. Ano to, gaganon yung ref.
Oo, it's a challenge.
Expect yan more warm up.
Gaganon.
Yeah, so abangan nyo yung part 2. It's coming out the next day. So if you're watching this on a Sunday, expect that to come out on Monday. And ito yung benefit ng weekend na walang basketball. Akala kasi natin
Oo nga.
Sunday, when you're watching this, akala natin yun yung laro pero December 3 pala. Which actually favors us kasi 'di ba everyone can regroup, and I don't know
Lahat
how it will favor
makakabalik na.
NU. Ang NU lalamig sila galing sila sa talo. I know yung talo nila medyo may asterisk doon. Kaya na bahala kung paano mag-interpret paano sila natalo. Pero
Mhm.
yun, they'll obviously want to respond to that if they don't want to be put in a tight situation. Naalala ko ulit number one NU eh. Nasa college pa ako noon. Talo sila ng UST. Uh, twice to beat. And then UST went on to lose to Lasal. So, I guess, I hope that's not fully and uh,
Was
last time,
that
NU
was that
finished no,
2013,
number
Bray?
one.
Tama ba?
Yes,
Tama ba
2013.
2013?
Yung technical graduating year ko sa Lasal, 2013. Number one ang NU, pero nag-champion Lasal. Is that an omen? We'll figure out. And that's what the guys will talk about in part two. So thank you, Vic, for breaking that down for us. Syempre, that's always appreciated. And also thank you from our friends with Ibarra Partners in the podcast. So this is Brian on behalf of everyone. We'd like to thank you for watching the Quiver Podcast. Thank you for subscribing. If hindi pa kayo nag-subscribe, it's free. You don't have to pay us. You don't have to pay a subscription fee for now. And yeah, follow us on
Pag may
YouTube,
bayad,
Spotify.
iba na yung malalaman nyo pag nagbayad kayo. Joke lang.
Oh, mga 69 pesos per month. So just follow our social media pages on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. And Vic, as we always say,
Animal Asal! Animal Asal,
alim mo
guys.
na sa
See you Wednesday sa mga manonood.